This conference will now be recorded.
So in the last class, we have seen about one-dimensional arrays. The main use of going for one-dimensional array is whenever you want to collect some elements as a single row, we go for one-dimensional arrays. The main use of arrays is collection of data. And whenever we go for arrays, what are the elements we are collecting should be of same data type. So today let us move to the next one, multi-dimensional arrays. The main use of going for multi-dimensional arrays is it is used to collect the data elements in the form of rows and columns. So whenever you want to collect the elements in the form of tabular format, we go for multi-dimensional arrays. And very important point, in Java, multi-dimensional arrays are also known as array of arrays. In Java, multi-dimensional arrays we also known as what? Array of arrays. What is this array of arrays? I'll elaborate in the diagram. How to go for declaration is, how to declare multi-dimensional arrays. The syntax is, we have to mention the data type, that means the type of elements what you want to collect, and we have to go with the square brackets. So when we go with the 2 pair of square brackets, that indicates 2-dimensional. 3 pair means 3 dimension, 4 pair means 4 dimension. And 3 dimension, 4 dimension, they are used for gaming applications, and 1 dimension and 2 dimension is used for business applications. So as we are learning business applications, I'll be going with maximum 2-dimensional. You can go with the array name, or we can even say data type, array name, and square brackets after array name, or data type, square bracket after data type, and square bracket before array name. So the square brackets can be anywhere except before data type. If we use square bracket before data type, then this is an error. Like examples, we can say int array n string names double salaries. Now, if we write the code like this, int n of 3 by 3, what is going to happen? When you mention the size, when you say int n 3 by 3, what is going to happen?
Yeah, it create 3 row and 3 column.
3 rows and 3 columns? No.
Error.
Error. It will go with what? Error in Java. So last class I discussed, arrays comes under reference type, and memory allocation for reference type is done using new operator. So whenever you are allocating memory for arrays, we have to use new operator. Got it, Gunwant? Since in Java, arrays are reference type, and memory allocation for reference type we should do during runtime using new operator. Now let us see how to allocate memory for arrays for multidimensional memory allocation. So you can say n equal to, if already declared, if not declared, you can declare once again here. You can declare here and say new, mention the type of data what you want to collect, and provide the size. Now it is going to allocate memory where we can store totally 9 values, 3 rows and 3 columns. Let me elaborate how the memory gets allocated using a diagram. So when you are allocating for an array like this, int array n equal to new int of 3 3, then we can store maximum 9 values, 3 into 3 9. Then how it gets allocated is, we have to see the size of first square bracket. So what is the size of first square bracket in this example? 3. Then it's going to allocate memory where we can store 3 values. Then this is connected to array n, and the indexes will be same 0, 1, 2. Now, what is the size of second square bracket here? 3. Then for each index, it's going to allocate 3 elements here. It's going to connect to 3 elements here. So in this, n of 0 is connected to this array, n of 1 is connected to this array, second array, and n of 2 is connected to this third array. And again the index concept same. It will go with the indexes like 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. See how it is looking? This is an array and this is also array. So that's the reason we call it as in Java arrays are in Java multidimensional arrays are what? Array of arrays. When you take C or C++, and if you give size as 3 by 3, then it's going to allocate 9 elements continuous memory locations. 9 elements will be continuous memory locations, but in the case of Java, it will be in which format? Array of arrays. Clear with the word, everyone? Array of arrays?
Yes.
Right? How to access these array elements here? So we have to use 2 indexes to access these array elements. That is row index and column index. Like example, if you say n of 0, 0 equal to 1. So 0, 0 index means this location, the value what it holds is 1. If you write n of 0, 2 equal to 3, then in 0, 2 location, the value what it is going to store is 3. If you are writing n of 1, 1 equal to 5. 1, 1 means this location the value will be 5. Hello, Fatima.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. We are discussing multidimensional arrays. I'll elaborate once again in the program. Okay. Now, if you write n of 2, 0 equal to 7. 2, 0 means which location? This one. The value is 7. N of 2, 2 equal to 9. So 9 will come and store into this location. Then what about the remaining spaces? So remaining spaces will go with the default value zeros. If you are not giving any value, it holds zeros. Then so the values are stored in these locations. Then what about this one? What it contains? So what it contains is addresses. It internally stores the addresses. Let us assume the first index array. This array is starting with the address 100. We are assuming this array is starting with address 100, and this second array 200, and third array 300. I'm just assuming. Then what this n of 0 contains is 100 here. Internally it holds the address of the connected array. So this one contains 300 elements. So the values are stored only in these locations. Clear everyone up here about memory allocation?
So that means like the first array is like showing the address.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
It's storing the addresses. Now, let me take one more example. If I are going with memory allocation like this, int array n equal to new int of size 3, and second one we are leaving it empty. Then Now in the code we are writing n of 0 equal to new int of 3. For n of 0 we are allocating new int of 3. Then just a minute. In the code if you write n of 1 equal to new int of 4, n of 2 equal to new int of 5. How the memory gets allocated here is, first it's going to allocate memory for 3 elements. See here in the first square bracket 3, then it's going to allocate memory where we can store with 3 values. And the indexes will be 0, 1, 2. Now in the code we have written n of 0 equal to new int of 3, means for n of 0 it's going to connect to 3 elements. It's going to connect to what? 3 elements. N of 1 equal to new int of 4, then it's n of 1 is going to connect to 4 elements. Then n of 2 equal to new int of 5, so n of 2 will get connected to 5 elements. So if you observe the diagram, is the size same for all the rows here in this example?
No.
No, right? So this type of arrays we call it as non-rectangular arrays. So we can select in Java, we can create non-rectangular arrays. Non-rectangular arrays known as jagged arrays. We call them as jagged arrays. Right? This is one more example. Now, let us understand this with the example code. Write a program to create a 3 by 3 matrix. Why we say matrix? Because matrix will be in tabular form. So we write a program to create a 3 by 3 matrix and display the elements in matrix form, tabular format. Just creating and displaying. Let us understand with the code. Multi-array demo. Open Eclipse. Let me close the previous files. So create a new Java code. So right click on project and say new class multi-array demo with main method. Now, so whenever we want to read some input from keyboard, we make use of which class? Scanner class. Import java.util.scanner. Now, create object of scanner class. How to create objects? Class name, object name equal to new. Class name connect to the keyboard. System.in means keyboard. Now, allocate memory for array. So how to allocate memory? Int array n equal to new int of 3 by 3. So when we say 3 by 3, we can store maximum 9 values. But whatever the program I'm going to write here, this program we can use it for any size, either rectangular or not rectangular. This code is going to work. I'll elaborate more in that. Now, go with the message, enter 9 values. We'll say, so here we have to traverse row index and column index. So we require 2 loops here. So for int I equal to 0, I less than n dot length, then I plus plus, and say for int j equal to 0, j less than n of I dot length j plus plus, and right here n of ij equal to s dot next int. So this loop will store the values into this array. Let me elaborate how this for loops is working. So let me take our first diagram. And second diagram. So let me elaborate the for loop based on this diagram. Now let me consider this first diagram as case 1, second diagram as case 2. First diagram is case 1, second one is case 2. Then, and what is the code we have written to store value into array? For loops. We have written the for loop like this: for int I equal to 0, I less than n dot length I plus plus. Then open and close curly braces, but for one statement using curly braces is optional. Then we have taken one more for loop for int j equal to 0, j less than n of I dot length, then j plus plus. Then, so to elaborate easily, I am going with curly braces. Then we have written here n of ij equal to s dot next int. Now let me elaborate here. Now in this one, what is the value of this n dot length here? It is going to take the size of first square bracket. N dot length will take the size of first square bracket. In both the cases, case 1 and case 2, in both the cases the size of first square bracket is what? 3. So what is this n dot length? Will take the value based on the diagram 3. Now when I is 0, understand carefully, when I is 0, when it comes to j loop and check the j loop condition, j less than n of I dot length means j less than n of 0 dot length. I is what now? 0. So j less than n of 0 dot length. What is n of 0 dot length is? So if you take case 1, for n of 0, how many elements connected? Please interact here.
3.
3, right? Then what about case 2?
Case 2, 3.
3 only, right? For case 2 also 3. When I becomes 1, when it comes to j loop, j less than n of 1 dot length. So what is n of 1 dot length in case 1?
3.
3. What about case 2?
3.
Case 2?
4.
4, right? Case 2 we have connected n of 1 connected to 4 elements. Then when I becomes 2, when it comes to j loop, j less than n of 2 dot length. What is n of 2 dot length in case 1?
3.
3. What about case 2?
5.
5, right? Case 2 is 5. So what we have to check here? We have to check how many elements it has got connected. So this is going to give the length of n of 0. This is going to give the length of n of 0. This will give the length of n of 2. N of 2 length is how many? 5 elements. So we have to check how many elements got connected here. Right? Now that's the reason I said whatever the for loop you have used, we can use this for loop for any size. Now let me elaborate this based on case 1 only. Let me elaborate based on case 1. Now when you consider case 1, what is n of I dot length? N of 0 dot length is 3 only, 1 dot length also 3 only, 2 dot length also 3 only. So what is the value it's going to take here? Based on case 1, 3 only. Now let me elaborate total loop now. First I is 0, then checks the I loop condition 0 less than 3, yes. Comes to j loop, j also will be 0. Then 0 less than 3 j loop condition true. Now come to the statement n of 0 0, n of 0 0 equal to s dot next int. So the first value what we enter, it will come and store into 0 0 location. That is 1 in our example. Then now after the statement, where the control goes? Will it go to j plus plus or I plus plus?
J plus plus.
J++, it will go to the inner loop expression first. Okay, so it will go to J++, J will become now 1. Now checks the condition, 1 less than 3, yes. Comes to the statement n of 0, 1. The value will become n of 0, 1. The second value will go and store into n of 0, 1 location. Again J++, J will become now 2. 2 less than 3, J loop condition, true. Then comes to the statement n of 0, 2. So the third value will go and store into n of 0, 2 location. Again J++, J will become now 3. 3 less than 3, J loop condition is false. Now the control will go to I++, I will become now 1. So when J loop condition becomes false, the control will go to outer loop expression. So I++, I will become 1 and 1 less than 3 true. Again J starts with 0. So J loop is like one row. Once one row is completed, we are going to the next row using I++. Now J is what now? 0. 0 less than 3 J loop condition true. Then it will take what value now? N of 1, 0. N of 1, 0. So that is fourth value. Again J++, J will become now 1. 1 less than 3 true. Then the value takes N of 1, 1. J becomes 2. 2 less than 3 is again N of 1, 2. When J becomes 3, J loop condition is false. Now the control will go to I++, I will become now 2. 2 less than 3, I loop condition true. Again J starts with 0. 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. When J becomes 3, J loop is false. Again I++, when I becomes 3, I loop is also false. Comes out of loops. Right? Now, please recap one more time. You feel very simple. Now let us assume we are storing some values here like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9. So how again J values will change? Let me write once again here. So high and J values will change like 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 10, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. This is the way I and J values will get changed. Now, once we store the values into array, what we want to do? We want to display the output in which format? Matrix form. Means we want to get the output like this. The element should come like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In tabular format, we want to display the output. Then how to display elements of array? Same again for loop only. Say right here for int I equal to 0, I less than n dot len, I plus plus. Open and close curly brace. Then right here for int j equal to 0, j less than n of I dot length, then j plus plus. Then right here system dot out dot print n of ij. So why print here? Because we want to print one row in the same line. One row should get print in the same line. So when you say system dot out dot print, it will be in same line. Print line means new line, print means same line. See here. First I is 0, j is also 0. Now control will come here and print n of 0, 0. N of 0, 0 means 1. After displaying 1, we want to go space between values. That's the reason we are adding space here. Now the control will go to j++, j will become now 1. 1 less than 3 true. Then it's going to print n of 0, 1. 0, 1 means 2. Again j++, j will become now 2. 2 less than 3 is. Again it's going to print n of 0, 2. That is 3. Then again j++, j will become now 3. 3 less than 3 false. Means j loop condition is false. Means one row is completed. Once one row is complete, we have to print the next row 4, 5, 6 in new line. So after j loop, how to go to new line? We have to say here system dot out dot println. So when we say system dot out dot println, the control will go to new line. Now the control will go to I++, I will become now 1. 1 less than 3 is. Again j starts with 0. 1, 0 means 4. 1, 1, 5. 1, 2, 6. Again j++, 3. 3 less than 3, j loop is false, goes to the new line. Again I++, I will become now 2. 2 less than 3 is, and j starts with 0. Then what it's going to print? N of 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. After 2, 2, j will become 3, j loop is false. Again I++, I will become 3, I loop is also false. So this is the piece of code we should write to display the array elements in tabular form. Let me complete the code here. So this piece of code is to store the value into array, and let us print the elements. Given 3 by 3 matrix, say for int I equal to 0, I less than n dot length I plus plus. For int j equal to 0, j less than n of I dot length, then j plus plus. Then print system dot out dot print, same line, n of ij, then space between the values, and once j loop is over, to go to new line, system dot out dot print away. That's it. Now run the code. So it is asking the values. So I'll go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's going to print in tabular form. Clear everyone? Any questions?
No.
Right? Some more points related to arrays. When you write the code like this, int n of 5, giving size directly goes with error. When you go for array, and when you are using new operator, when you are allocating memory using new operator but not giving size, that also goes with error. This is the main drawback of arrays. So when you are allocating memory for array, compulsory we have to provide the size. If we give size as 50, that means in array we can store maximum 50 elements only. We cannot decrease the size or we cannot increase the size. This is the main drawback of arrays. Arrays are fixed size. But in reality, we cannot go for fixed sizes. Then, how to manage this unlimited collection of data? Using collections. So in real-time applications, when you are developing projects, we make use of collections more over arrays. So we'll be concentrating more on collections rather than arrays. But have an idea on arrays also. We use arrays in some places also. There. Now, if you are writing like this, int n of 3, 3, this also goes with error. Int array n equal to new int of, not giving size also goes with error. Int array n equal to new int of, leaving first square bracket empty but giving size for second one also goes with error. So these are the different cases where we get errors, right? Let me go with the assignment. Write a program to find sum of principal diagonal elements of a given 3 by 3 matrix. What we want to do, we want to find what? Sum of principal diagonal elements of a given 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, what is the meaning? If we take this array, the meaning of principal diagonal elements means these values 1, 5, 9. How they are related? See, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. That means we have to just check condition. After accepting the value into array, we just check condition. If I equal to j, then what you do? Take this n of ij and add it to sum. Okay. Right. Okay. So that's about arrays. And tomorrow we are going to start off with a new topic, that is object-oriented programming. So tomorrow is the major thing what we are going to start related to Java. If you are good with object-oriented only, we can able to understand the remaining topics of Java. Okay. So any questions, anyone?
Yes, sir. So where I want to know, like this array, where we generally use more?
Collection of data, that's it. Whenever you want to collect elements, we go for arrays.
Okay, for pick
Okay, but if you know the size, then we think of arrays. If you are not know how many elements we collect, then we go with collections. So collections are much more better than arrays.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now, so as we are having some time, so let me just go with the previous assignments what I have given. So I've given a task in loops like write a program to find sum of even numbers and odd numbers from 1 to 100. What we should do, we should find sum of even numbers and odd numbers. So I'm writing only the logic part here. I'm writing only the main method. So what I said to take, we have to take two variables here. Int is sum even equal to 0, sum odd equal to 0, and take a variable n. Initially we start with 1. Then, now we have to take the loop while n less than or equal to 100. N less than or equal to 100, n plus plus. So the loop repeats for how many times? 100 times. Now where the number is present in n variable. Now we have to check whether this n is even or odd. How to check that, right? If the value of n, when you divide with 2, if the remainder is 0, when you divide the number by 2, and if the remainder is 0, then what we do, we take that number and we should add it to sum even. So what we should write here, sum even equal to sum even plus n. So if the number is even, we should take that number and add it to sum even. Else means the number is odd, then we can say sum odd equal to sum odd plus n. So if the number is even, you are adding to sum even variable, else we are adding it to sum odd variable. Once the loop is completed, just to print the value of sum even and sum odd. So just you can say sum of even numbers equal to the value of sum even. So you can print sum of odd numbers equal to the value of sum odd. Right? Clear everyone? How to go with sum of even and odd numbers? Ravi, you are able to understand, right?
Yes.
Okay. So from tomorrow it will be easy for you. Okay, Ravi. So no other background like loops, all those things not required for tomorrow's class. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I have given one more task to you. I have given one more task, that is write a program to display the following output. This is important for me. That is, we draw a line and I said to go with number and we have to display the factorial of that number. And here we have to go with the numbers like 1, the factorial of 1 is 1, 2, the factorial is 2, 3, 6, 4, 24, 5, 120. Then after displaying factorial from 1 to 5, then again we have to draw a line and here we should say sum equal to sum of all these factorials, that is 153. So when you run the program, this output we should get. So let me write this complete code for you. Sum fact dot java. Right click on project and say new class sum fact with main method. Now in this program what we want to do is I want to define a method. I want to define a method called as fact. I want to define a method fact, and if I give the number to that fact method, you should return the factorial of it. And already we know the logic of factorial. So what we have to do, we have to just take a variable f equal to 1, take a for loop which starts from given number, then until it reaches 1, then I minus minus. Then what's the formula? F equal to f into I. Then once the for loop is complete, just return the value of f here. Return the value of f. Okay. Then since this fact method is returning an integer value, f is what type of data? Integer. So before the method name, we have to mention the data type what you are returning. So what we are doing in this program, I am creating a method called as fact, which takes a number as argument, and whatever the number you pass, that is going to return the factorial of that number. Like example, if you say here this out fact of 5. What is fact of 5? Factorial of 5? 120, right? And one more point, since main is static, when you call any other method directly in static, I said we should make this method also static, because a static method can access only static members directly. More on this words I'll discuss in day after tomorrow's class. In day after tomorrow's class, I'll discuss more on static method. Now see, when you run, factor of 5 is what? 120. So whatever the number you pass, it's going to return the factorial of that number. But what is our objective now? We want to display the output in this format. We want to display output in this format. So what we have to do? Take one variable, sum as 0. Then take a for loop. Before that, go with the lines. Number factorial. Again draw a line. Now we have to take a for loop for int n equal to 1, n less than or equal to 5, n plus plus. Why this for loop? Because we want to display factorial from 1 to 5 only. We want to find factorial from 1 to 5 only. So I'm taking a for loop n which starts with 1 and until it reaches 1. Now for every number you should find factorial. So what I should display now? I should display the number and factorial of that number. See here how simple it will be now. Just to print the number, go with some space, print the number, then again spaces, then fact of that number. So first, what is the value of n first? 1. N is 1, then it will print 1 and fact of 1. When you say fact of 1, it will come to this factorial method. It returns the factorial of 1, which is 1. So it's going to print here 1. Then, now once you find the factorial, what you should do? You should add it to sum. So immediately take that factorial and add it to sum, fact of n. So what it's going to do? It's going to take the factorial of 1 and add it to sum. Then again the loop repeats. Now the value of n will become 2. 2 less than 5, yes. Then it's going to print 2. Fact of 2. When you say fact of 2, the control will jump to this method and it returns the factorial of 2, which is 2. Then it's going to print 2 and the factorial of 2 is 2. Then takes that factorial of 2 and adds to sum. Like that, the loop repeats for 5 times. Once all numbers are printed, then what we have to do again? We have to draw a line. Then say sum equal to sum of all these factorials. Then again draw a line. That's it. Now run the code. So we are getting the factorials. Just some spaces are required here. Let us run and check it again. 3 more spaces. Right? Clear everyone? The need of methods. When you go for methods, the coding will be much more easier for you. Got it everyone?
Yes.
Right? So any other questions anyone is having? Please work on the assignments, and if you are unable to get, please ask either through mails or in the class. I'll write the codes for you. Okay. Then tomorrow we are going to start off with the new topic, object-oriented programming. Very, very important. Don't miss any single class. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice